Just give me a second while I share this post. It's already ready?
I'm
Sorry, I'm
ready.
just not seeing the post online. Do you see it yet?
Not yet.
Yeah. See, it'll come up over there, and all you have to do is just share it. Alright, done. Cool. Everybody getting cozy? All right, guys, we're about to start the presentation. Cool. All right, guys, thank you for all for being here today.
Yeah, they're still talking.
um, Thank you all for being here today. It's our first time having a sharing session on eco sustainability. So it's really, really cool that you all came out here and showing your love for something that we are trying to do to help save the environment. Um, you know, show of hands, who here cares about the environment? And who here cares about the environment and wants to create impact just like us? I'm very sure everybody here. So, for those of you that don't know, we are ABM, Bali Praia, and Slam Jam, and we have collaborated to try to make impact in the environment and support a cause that we believe in. And it's called Double Dip. So, next slide. What is Double Dip? Double Dip is a 4-part monthly event. We do a social event, we do a sunset party, we do a night party, and we also do a charity visit. Change slide. And with everything that you guys just saw, 50% of our proceeds go into the Lombok Eco International um, connection, which we will introduce in a little bit. But with more details on that, we'll wait for our special guest. But I just wanted to share why we have chosen the LEIC and what makes it so special. Next slide. So, the Lombok Eco International Connection focuses on creating awareness for ocean sustainability, ocean awareness, and also the reduction in single use plastic. And not only do they do events in Lombok and Gili, but they also spread and create awareness in different communities, and this is through through young children, which is part of the Lombok Eco International Connection school programs. Next slide. So events that we've done, we've only been doing this for 3 months, so we're very, very new. We've done events in Alternative Beach for the sunset party. We've done a social event where we have brands that are eco-friendly and eco-sustainable, where they do bamboo straws, for example, people who are selling bamboo cotton, and we basically make a market in Salvador where 50% of the proceeds again go to LEIC. We had a band playing and everything, and then we also had a party in Vault. And I believe for September we did a party in Arbun Beach Club as well. And then Trey will go on to talk about the events the social events that we've been doing. So next slide.
So, since we started in August, apart from the sunset and the after parties, We've been so thrilled and excited to have been a part of Lake's social events. We visited two of Lake's eco schools in two different locations, and we had a teaching session with her kids. We also visited Aisha's garbage bank and learned from her volunteers how to turn some types of single-use plastic waste and banners into bags, mats, pencil boxes, etc. We were also with Aisha when she laid the first brick of her third eco school. And the exciting thing also that we did was we went and did a coral plantation in Sangigi, and so many people showed up from so many organizations. We were lucky to be a part of that. Um, we also raised money for Aisha to go to Palangka Raya in Central Kalimantan for her to distribute masks, oxygen cans, and medication. That was a big trip for us, and I think like for the past 2.5 months, we've been very very happy to be a part of all of that with her.
Cool. And without further ado, Andre, can we turn off the projector? Without further ado, we'd like to introduce our special guest, Aisyah Odist. Please come to the stage.
Yay!
From LEIC and Bangsa Sampah Mandiri. Go, Aisyah.
Yeah.
Okay, Aisyah, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Very nice to
Yes.
meet you finally.
Finally.
Thank you for coming down and doing this.
Yeah.
So, in your own words, please tell us about LEIC. Explain about it and what makes it so special to you.
So special. So, good evening, everyone. Thank you very much. Give me the opportunity to stand here and share what we have done. And then, Ashley, of course, I still need more people for involved because when we talk about environment, it cannot stop. So, I need more and more people. Okay, because camera not right. Thank you. So LEIC is our foundation. It was been 4 years. Yeah. Why I built the LEIC? Because before I'm the volunteer after 8 years, more than 8 years. And then I see so hard when we talk about the environment in school. That's the first time for the kids. So hard if you talk about environment to the kids, and then I have no opportunity come in the school. So then one of the reason why I built the eco school and one of the program in the our foundation.
What about your garbage bank, Ma? Can you tell us about that? What do you do
Garbage.
with the bank sampah?
Garbage, yeah, never ending story. And then garbage bank, yeah, I built the rubbish bank. Normally I call rubbish bank. Rubbish bank at the 2011. So sudah lama juga ya. Why I built the rubbish bank? The first, I think not only in Lombok, in Bali or overall of Indonesia, we have problem about rubbish, especially rubbish plastic. And then when I being a volunteer, after 3 years is not 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 really not really run, yeah, very good, because if you only campaign about don't throw out your rubbish plastic, it's not gonna be happen. Everybody said what I got it, yeah. So the rubbish bank is the system, how you call the people to contribute, keep your own rubbish plastic. Why I build the bank system? Because if you talk about the plastic, the rubbish, we talk about the value, even the small value. It's okay because in the villages we should talk about the value.
So it's a way of collecting, your rubbish bank. But how? I mean, there must be some way of you motivating everyone to do this. I mean, it's you believe in this, and this
Yeah.
is your vision.
Yeah.
but to get actually collaboration with everyone, I mean, as you said, it's a never-ending story.
Yeah.
But you managed to get people involved with it, and tell us about that process.
Because they have the economy impact. Yeah. The economy impact is very, very like give them motivation to collect their own rubbish plastic. So if everybody collect their own rubbish plastic, automatically no rubbish outside. That's the system. This is simple system actually, but deep impact.
Would you be able to explain? I mean, it's hard without pictures, I know,
Yeah.
but like the impact, any numbers or anything in terms of like that you can describe the impact of what you've been doing since the very beginning.
Yeah, so the system is we ask the people for collect their own rubbish every month. Yeah, this for an organic. But for organic, we teach them how to make compost, and they can saving the compost in rubbish bank like
Okay.
that.
Well, we've these months we've been giving you banners from Vault, from Arbun, from Salvador, from Bali Praia. What do you do with the banners?
Yeah, you make a lot of rubbish plastic. Yeah. Yeah, more, yeah. Because you have more banner, more rubbish plastic. More banner, more rubbish plastic. So we figure out how to make that banners. Now we're still looking for to make the product, but the make sense product. We can sell it. This month we try to make something like in Lombok a lot of tourists, yeah, same like in Bali. So I make some stuff for traveler, yeah. But we're still looking for to make combine with the stuff. It's good stuff, strong stuff with your banner. We'll see for maybe next month. I will give you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. But what I mean, who is the one that's doing the actual upcycling at
I
the?
mean my worker.
These
My
are
staff.
collaborators.
Yeah. So
How did you
all
build this team,
yeah,
basically?
all the stuff make it by our staff, our for help us, and a lot of them is handicap, disability. Yeah.
How many eco schools do you currently have now, Mbak?
For now, 3 eco school. The first eco school in Brita Place. Brita, thank you very much. Give me the opportunity for the land. And then second eco school in Sengkol. And the third eco school in Selong Blanak. We already run now. And then actually we have a plan. We have 12 eco school in Lombok, Bima, Sumbawa, and Dompu.
Wow.
Thank you.
Are you planning to have the rubbish bank alongside the eco schools? as
Yes,
well,
of
or-
course, because the planning is the eco school will connect it with the rubbish bank. Like now, we build the eco school in Selong Blanak. The kids pay school with the rubbish plastic. So in school, we will teach them how to manage the rubbish plastic to make something. And this month we try to make fuel. Yeah, but still simple. The machine only process 5 kilos, 5 kilos plastic. If this plastic we cannot make handicraft, yeah. So for the fuel, and then after that we make like brick. So no waste, finish, yeah, zero waste.
And are these? How did you find the land and the funding for these eco schools?
How I found the land? Because I found a lot of people, good heart.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And then how many kids do you have going to the schools right now?
In Mantigi now, surrounding 45 kids. In Selong Blanak, the Selong Blanak is different with Mantigi because in Mantigi informal school, the kids for now, for a while, they only come on Saturday and Sunday because most of them still in the formal school.
Okay.
But in Selong Blanak, that's formal school, so they come every day, and then we have 43 kids.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
kindergarten.
And then could you explain maybe a little bit about the curriculum you have in the schools? Like what?
The curriculum collaborate with the teacher in the Lombok International School,
Mm-hmm.
especially for speak English.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Um.
For the school, in our foundation now we have 6, but we have rolling, yeah, and then we open the volunteering from every place, every country, and then some of the community in Lombok, a lot of them interesting to involve, yeah, help us for being a volunteer.
Okay. Would like to take this opportunity to any questions from the floor. I know the Slam Jam Bros, you guys have a lot of experience already with Aisha. If there's any stories that you guys want to share as well, would be great. Um, really, anyone? Yeah.
Ladies
Oh
first.
yes.
Ladies first, Trey.
Sure. Here you go.
So I'm already
Yeah.
annoyed since many years with all this plastic trash. And the best thing ever happened to me was to meet Aisha. And she told all my staff how to make compost. And that's actually the secret to not have any messy, stinky trash everywhere. It's like start to separate it from the kitchen. Once that's done, the rest is actually light and clean and you can easily like do something with it. So that's really like the biggest part of all the trash management, I think. Yeah? And it's actually simple. After that, maybe it's more for experts and people can like study the different types of plastic and everything, but just to separate organic and plastic and the other things is really the secret of organizing it. Yeah. Thank you for that, Aisha.
Thank you.
It was amazing.
Yeah, I just wanted to share the experience that we had with Aisha doing this really incredible coral transplant in Singigi Beach. And I was really impressed to see how many people were involved to do this and actually the intricacies of getting the tables out there, putting them onto the boats, dropping them down, having all the scuba divers working together, and then another team that had to basically cut the coral, put them into the clay pots, and then handing them off. And this is a really, really complicated thing to do on the water as well, because you have so many people in the water. It was really, really complicated, and it was just great to see that Aisha brings together these people together and these teams to do something that is actually impactful. You see real action happening. It's not just putting posters up. It's not just saying that you're doing something, but it's actually impactful. And like I said at the beginning, she just tirelessly continues doing it. She needs a holiday, though. She needs a holiday. Everyone
Yeah,
needs a
and
holiday.
everybody ask when. More, more, more. So in our foundation for transplantation once in a year, for mangrove 2 times in a year, and for education the special place every 3 months. Ya. Ini sudah 4 kali, 4 kali transplantasi, 8 kali mangrove. Iya, iya, iya. Karena kalau sudah tanam setiap 3 bulan kita cek lagi, cek lagi. Misalnya transplantasi 800, kayak kemarin 800 terumbu karang. Kalau kita cek mungkin yang hidup hanya ada 400 karena ombak, karena boat, karena orang kadang-kadang dia injak. Jadi harus cek lagi. Baru makanya setiap tahun kita cek lagi dan bisa tanam lagi di tempat yang sama.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing. Is there anything else?
Also, yeah, like I really commending Aisha for her bravery and courage when there was the forest fires happening in Kalimantan. It was, on our side, we were trying to get things organized to go in a certain way we wanted to have it organized. And Aisha just had to go. She didn't matter if things were organized or not to how we thought it would be, but she just had her teams ready, and she just went and she flying into an airport full of smog. I mean, bringing medication and supplies and masks, to people that are there that really need it, and they we think about like other big organizations or governments that should be doing this, but there's someone that does it, and by herself, leads the charge, not by herself, but with the team, and it takes a lot of courage to just get out there and actually, again, doing the action, making it happen. So I believe like Net TV, it did follow you, the story starting from Lombok and then also following into Kalimantan as well. One other very courageous thing, let's say, is after the Lombok earthquake last year, unfortunately, there was another natural disaster in Palu, in Sulawesi, and that was the same type of thing. Aisha just rallied her team as fast as she could, got the supplies and the team over there, and she went straight into disaster zone. Everyone is leaving and fleeing that area, and her team are going into that area. So a lot of courage to do that. I really commend you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for sharing those stories. Yeah, a collaborative sharing session. Really appreciate you guys.
What's actually pretty cool about Aisha and her Bang Sampa is the people that she chooses to work for her. It's disabled women, and they have all different type of disabilities. Some of them are blind, some of them like don't have an arm, and it's just interesting, or a leg or something. And it's just interesting to see how these women are moving around her space and creating all these and upcycling all these different materials and creating all these beautiful products. So it's just really amazing how Aisha also likes to choose and not just give back, but like choose and give everyone an equal opportunity to have some type of future or sustainability and living, not just for plastic, but for people as well. She helps out in all these ways.
Big congrats. Big congrats. I do a bunch of entrepreneur talks, and one of the first things that I always is that people sometimes make excuses, prevents them from moving forward. Like, hey, we haven't done this this marketing campaign because this guy hasn't done that. Well, you're just making excuses. And with Aisha, it's all about getting shit done. Seriously, we congratulate you. It's such amazing stories. But now, the bigger impact, right? The bigger picture. You're doing this in a smaller level. What do you envision in 5 years for LEIC? How big are you hoping to grow it? How big are you hoping for it to grow? What's the big picture? Visi.
Visinya, my expectation more people aware about environment. And then now I still thinking about how I can push the government to give the education about environment in the formal school. Because for Indonesia, we still have no education about environment. So I think I will write the letter for government, especially in Lombok, how the government can push for education in formal school. That's very important because it's not enough only once in a week. Yeah, so it's my big dream when the environment curriculum come in to the school.
Well, luckily, guys, a new Minister of Education has just been appointed. And Trey, you know him too. Here, he's one of our best friends, and we will try to pull some strings to make this happen with Pak Nadim, and we hope to make it happen. But Trey, you got the next question.
Yes, correct.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Okay, so just a little backstory. Me and my best friend Nadim are the co-founders of Gojek, which is everybody knows Gojek. I don't need to explain Gojek. And he's had a very relationship with Pak Jokowi. Sorry, can I use your microphone? Nadim has been on the front runner of creating the biggest social impact of this country, empowering more than 2 million drivers, 260 million downloads for people who are accessing Gojek, more than 400,000 businesses, 65,000 service providers from like masseuses, cleaners, you name it. And he's always had we've talked about this for ages. He actually had a business plan in between Gojek and other several businesses that he was involved in on creating a online tutorial for people. Well, it's kind of like connecting teachers and students from high school and getting them prepared to go to university. So he's always had this kind of like educational background. And we've had several talks together, and he really has this vision on creating a better educational system for the country. I mean, he has two kids now, and the future, what the impact that he wants to create is for his kids and for all our kids, right? And given that he's had such a great relationship with Jokowi, Jokowi's always been supporting Gojek. And then the last like 3 months, there's been talks, but now formally 2 days ago, he has been invited by Jokowi to join his cabinet. That was the first announcement. And the second biggest announcement is, I think it happened today, that he became the Minister of Education and Culture, which he made history by being the youngest minister in Indonesian history. I mean, if you see the picture, see a lot of old guys, and then you see Nadim. So shout out to Nadim. Big congrats to him, and hopefully we can work together with Aisyah and Lombok Eco School to make change in not only in Lombok but really the whole country. You know.
So, but you've been talking about your programs and your volunteers. How can people find out more info about your programs? How can they become a volunteer?
We have website in the www.lombokeco.org. Yeah, so all of the information, you can find in our website at lombokeco.org. So all the information about the volunteering, about our program, you can involve in there. Yeah.
How about if they want to contribute to your causes, to say volunteer for a mangrove plantation or a coral plantation?
Donation, maybe. Yes, please. So, yeah, the information in website, and then this month we are writing the flyer as well about the program, and then I was discussed with the Garuda, and then the flight for put the flyer in the magazine of Garuda magazine. And we are already connected with Lombok Guide, and then we will put the flyer as well, who has donated and what is our program for the next. Actually, we have planning the program every 6 months. So the flyer will come out every 6 months. Okay. And maybe I think I need your help, Mikey, for write the letter. So I will make my proposal to Nadim Makarim. Ya, saya percaya karena dia have big vision, and then for environment education is very important. Yeah. For a long time nobody care about environment. So I think this time, because you're best friend, and then it's easier. Easier to help us. Yeah, maybe from Lombok to another place, to Bali, Java, and all of Indonesia. Thank you.
Oh, yes, sure.
Hello, Aisyah. I'm Shola. So I have 2 questions. So first question, when did you think, you know what, I need to do work for the environment? What happened? Was it an event? What compelled you to do the great work that you do? That's the first question. And second question, what is the impact that happens when you work with all these amazing women with disabilities? What impact does them being involved with the work that you do, what impact does that have on their lives also? So first question, what compels you to do the work that you do? When was the first time you said, you know what, this is, I have a fire and I'm not going to let it go?
So when before I'm cycling, yeah, I'm cycling. I'm touring to Bali, Bima, Sumbawa. I have no work, so I'm cycling everywhere. But when I stop in one place in Lombok, before I surrounding the Asia, yeah, and then to Thailand, to Singapore, Brunei, Malaysia, a whole of island in Lombok. When I back to Lombok and I cycling, when I stop in one of the in Sengigi, it's beautiful, more than the place when I go, yeah. But I think this places have problem. It's rubbish. This rubbish plastic is problem. And for me, the rubbish plastic, the human error. So it's mean we can solve the human, yeah, because the human do it, the human can solve it. That's why I start for campaign for already 3 years, but not really good, not really berhasil ya, apa? Not really success because no money, yeah, no money. Everybody talk about jangan buang sampah sembarangan, but ada sampah di situ. Jangan buang sampah di sini, tapi buang di situ. Nobody care. So I figure out why. That's the economy. That's why I make the system beach bank. Yeah, of all of the rubbish, you solve it in rubbish bank. That's the money. It's small money, but it's big money for the people. Yeah, but for poor people. Yeah. So that's why I did. Yeah. Kedua apa tadi?
Second question is, I understood. See, what is the impact?
The impact
for the women who have disabilities getting involved in your work. What's the impact for them?
The first impact is they have apa kepercayaan diri, confidence. Before they only stay at home and hiding, malu, yeah. But when they come out and work in my place, I say to them, you come here not for work, but up, show yourself to others people for confidence. All of them really, really good in speak with others people. Yeah, so that's confident. And when you not in my place, they can come to the kembali ke masyarakat, back to the community, back to society with the confidence. That's good. Yeah, that's good for life. Yeah. Sorry, my English is mess.
It's okay. You have
because
translators everywhere.
I learn English on the road. That's why I'm looking for all of the volunteer for English for teach the kids.
All right, whoever's listening out
Because
there.
I want they have good English, better than me.
I gotta ask if there was one person or maybe people that you would want to meet, like role models or anything like that on idola.
Actually, for me, everybody is my idol. Who can make everybody success? Success for me is when you can make everybody, others people success. So that's all of the people who can make the impact is my idol. I have no artist idol, sorry. Yeah. So everybody is idol for others. That's my idol.
So, but if you were to give, advice to younger people that are not your kids, obviously, what would you tell them?
Actually, I have no any advice. I just, if you want ask the people for follow what you did, you should give the proof first. That's for me. Do it, action. So the people will follow you. You can ask, let's go, but let's together. Let's do it together. That's my advice.
Good advice.
Ya, kerjakan bersama-sama.
Yes, of course.
I have same dream like yours. Thank you. I truly get what main problem in this country is actually ourselves. The way how you see the country is good or not is by how you see the whole around us. And I understand how people got used to throwing things because I remember when I was kid, how we see this thing in television, how you wash your hand, you know, and that thing is gone. So I want the government start to putting that, bring it back. So remembering thing is good because I miss kinda those things, you know, because I believe the key, the answer for the whole thing is the generation. By the time you taught them to be, like you can't telling them anymore, they got so smart. So you need to make good games, you know, like something that challenging their brain, but in the simple way make them really understood things, you know. And also, I doing something for the ocean in here in Bali. So I like to clean up the rubbish and everything. And when I used to live in Flores, I start to realize something is still happening when you still swap like from the fish with probably if you have oil for them just to live in the ocean for a few days. And I start to think why we not support these fishermen to go dive to picking up the rubbish, and they could get money from that, you know, rather than just where's the money goes, where's the money go, because it's not just only the volunteer, but they could do something, this cause, and could make some difference, you know. And I believe because people like them, it's not you educate or not, but awareness is inside of us. But mostly they are just ignorance because they it's not just only that, the stress what they have make them just, because I do this meditation thing, so I start to understand more. So I believe like when we start to being aware with what we like, we just giving things easily, you know. And I start to knowing as well, like we growing up as the social media is making us more narcissistic, and I hate that. It's just like when you become the idol, why you not taught people just to do things more good, but it's become take, and I found it is so wrong. It's just like how they want to change things is just become more me. So that's how social media is being made, you know. And I'm pretty much the generation like I want to change things, you know. I'm idol like Sri Mulyani and Ibu. Yes, pretty much, both of them. And I see how powerful they are. Even Ibu Susi, without no education, she just like stood up and just like, no. And people were just like, what's she doing, you know? But this is the thing. People just need to wake up, you know, because the more I don't care, it's just getting more and more. And how we do that? Like you say, just do now. Let's do it, you know, just like the Nike thing say. So I would love in the future to visit Lombok and join with this thing. Yeah, I will in the future, but right now I'm focusing on my Reiki, so I'm a bit having this space thing, but I will totally join. Thank you very much.
Please welcome.
All right. We got another volunteer.
Selamat datang di komunitas gila nih. If you're not crazy, you will not do it, because more than our expectation. Yeah, like that.
Cool. Thank you for sharing. Is there any other questions anyone has? Not, we're gonna wrap it up.
So we're so happy. I think on behalf of me and Mikey, ABM and Bali Praia, we would really like to thank Slam Jam. Would really like to thank Slam Jam for introducing us to this wonderful, amazing person. Thank you so much. So happy to be here
And
with you,
yeah,
and we're happy to share all these experiences with you, and hopefully we can, yeah, create bigger impact.
can I
Cool.
say thank you?
Yes, of course.
And I will say thank you to Ibu Brita karena memperkenalkan saya dengan Slam Jam. Yeah, that's connection, yeah. If you no
Exactly.
worries,
Truly believe. True believe. And that's exactly how Slam Jam, ABM, and we connected. We're like-minded people, and we want to do something. If we have a platform on trying to create impact, then why not do it? It's just like what you're doing. Get shit done. And I think my ask, literally from every single person in this room, we can't do this alone. I mean, like, I talk about double dip. It's hard to get people on board. It's one of those things where I think we just need to keep on talking about it, because obviously by meeting Aisha and the impact that she's done, she's doing something so amazing and so courageous. Like, I don't know if I had it in me to just fly to Kalimantan and just like start doing what you did. You know what I mean? But we can all support by talking about it, getting more people on board, and getting more people volunteering, because it's such an amazing thing. We're only on month 3. We've got a long way to go, but that's what creating a movement is all about. So thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. And yeah, and hopefully we can create more bigger impact in the future. Special thank you to Aisha for being here. It's really, really amazing. Yeah.
Photo session in progress.